Hey everybody, welcome back to our 4th Age Total War Harondor campaign. We've just finished up for the turn following the last episode, where we took Emin Arnon and besieged Tarnost. We should be able to take that this season. Let's see what our army looks like here. If we actually click the city, we've got 4 rams all built, so we should be able to take this. And I'm sorely tempted to auto-calc this one. I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. I think it should be fine because we've got, we've got a good mix of units, and it'll give us a chance to try that out. Because I'd rather not, play out a siege assault with just a single unit. But at any rate, we do have some news to check out here. So we did finish training some stuff in Rad Harnan, Harmen, and Dol Amroth. Dol Amroth, that is just another spy, essentially a scout. Do we need another one in the region? I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. We're sending one here to sort of check out Rohan and see what they're up to. I'm a little troubled that they're pointed west. I don't know if that means they're going to go after the Reunited Kingdom at some point here, or if oh, Dunland took Andrast. Oh, that is interesting. I guess I failed to notice that. Yeah, so they took Andrast. So Rohan is pursuing them all the way down here. So yeah, we definitely want to stay out of this part of the world. Hopefully they will stay allied with the Reunited Kingdom for quite some time. But we can see here that that they're just starting to put some pressure on Dunland. And man, look at these units. They've been training some elite infantry. And, some not so elite infantry, but they've got a good mix here, actually. A very well-teched up Rohan can be an extremely difficult faction to deal with, as you can imagine. So let's get our spy over here. I would like to see what's going on in the west. I really want to make sure everything is good, so we'll go a little overboard with spies. We've got the money for it. And let's put you right next to whatever this settlement. Pinneth Galen, yes. And then we'll take our other scout out here, and we'll bring him up there just to keep an eye on kind of the Morthond Vale region, and we'll go with another one. 4 more seasons for that Outland Dominion. And we've got some good building going on. Habad has got a shipwright. Let's see, where is that? Down here. So that's going to be for some extra trade. Akis Anabon has got its tillage all set, so for more growth and more income, of course. And Harngond is at the major province. Now this gives us some very, very nice options. Let's go right to the Lord's Barracks here, because this is going to get us our Harondor Outriders unit, which again, I'm not sure why this is still displaying as wrong, but we've seen all these unit cards before. They do display just sometimes when you're looking ahead. I think it's when you're looking at a building that you haven't built yet. It doesn't want to show you this stuff. Or who knows? Who knows? There may just be some weirdness. But at any rate, we definitely want this because we want to get those Harondor Outriders, and the Retainers are our bodyguard unit. So if we want another bodyguard, we could just go with that. Queuing that up still gives us 110,000 in the bank. It does dig into our savings a little, but I think that's okay. We want to get that going. And down here around Harad, or what's left of Harad, they're backing off. So I'm a little wary, slightly wary. We do need to take care of some of these units. Let's see what they do here. And I guess we could pursue them. Let's see how they react to this. Maybe they'll bring out some units, and we can take them out piecemeal. I kind of would like to do that. Just invite a bit of an attack. We're still training more units in Karen Bad. So the goal here, again, is to get a protectorate out of Harad, because we don't want these territories, because we don't want to open ourselves up to a border with another faction, Khand or eventually Rune, potentially. So we just want to kind of maintain the status quo here, but ideally with them not being at war with us and paying us tribute. So that's of course the dream. In order to do that, we need to eventually get rid of all these little armies that may be wandering around, as well as really severely deplete this big fat garrison. This is a full stack, or almost full. I think they should be displaying, yeah, they should be displaying 2 more units. So it's got like 18 possible units here out of a possible 20 rather. And so they could they could train a couple more. They maybe they will, or maybe they've ran out of cash. Who knows? I'm pretty sure some of these units are elephants, and so that's why I'm being a little cautious here, just waiting until I get all my troops built up. Let's check. We were holding off here because we're trying to save cash. But we do have reinforcements here. So Harmen was governed, and then of course the governor died of old age, and we don't have anyone fit to take his place just yet. Of course, the current leader is off governing Emin Arnon. And I may leave him here, in fact. He's a competent governor, and so we'll just let him here, and he'll defend Ithilien. Now, it looks as though we're going to be put under siege. So this is going to be the big test, I think, of this episode. Can we hold what we just took? We've got an army here that's, it worked. It worked what we did. We got a very audacious attack in. But I'm very concerned that in an assault, this army is not going to hold against this. Here we've got some swordsmen. That's a tier 2 unit. In here we've got more tier 2 and the tier 1 militia. But still, even so, I know it seems maybe ridiculous to be this concerned. But yeah, here we go. Company of the Guard, Guards of the Citadel. It's a decent mix, It's mostly infantry, like a lot of the Reunited Kingdom's armies are. But this one does have archers. It is led by a family member. In here, men-at-arms, King Spearmen. So these are bad news. This is why we're trying to get reinforcements up there. It looks like we can't make it, unfortunately. So now is when we need to make that decision. How are we going to organize this? I don't think we can... Yeah. So because they control a zone around them, we can't get down to move this army out to meet up with the reinforcements unless we attack and... drive this army away, at which point we would be caught in the zone of control of the larger army and still unable to move. Although in that eventuality, we could at least get the reinforcements up, but we would, then we'd be fighting a field battle. And we don't have a lot of cav here. This is all of a sudden looking like we may lose Emin Arnon very soon. So, okay, what do we have to bring on? We've got archers. We were trying to train up 4 units to bring over towards the west to assist with the Dol Amroth area. And I guess we could bring 2 of them over in this direction, but it's really not archers that I feel like I need here. What I need more of is infantry. Or Lancer Cav. So, let's see. Can we train Lancers down here? No, but we can train... these guys and mounted skirmishers. They might be just as good. We've got swords. Alright, we're bringing spears up for bodies. Let's continue to do that. And yeah, let's bring the swords with them. And here we've got another unit of swords to mix in with this. And these armies have basically, free reign. The only reason these armies can't reach the ford is because this army is here. So if I fall back, I'm thinking they would pursue me to that, the crossing. Okay. So the question is, do we sit tight and suffer a siege? Or do we sally out, hit them in the field? I think we could probably do a siege. Maybe. I think we have... with this army, maybe we have slightly better chances in a siege. Let's see how it goes. Until then, let's... okay, let's sacrifice. What we'll do is we'll bring all these armies up. And they're here just to maybe give them something to think about. Because they know if they assault this army, I don't think they have catapults, so they can't attack it immediately. And we can hit them the following season, right? So maybe they'll come down and try to hit this army. And that wouldn't be great, but it would give us like another turn or 2. And I can't even step outside to look for mercs here because I'll get caught in that zone of control. So this is very... I did not realize how Emin Arnon was set up so that you can't go to north or south of it. You can only go to the east. Okay, all right, very interesting. Meanwhile, let's train up some more swords. I think those are doing us a lot of good. And yep, we've got more units coming. I think we're gonna stick with that. Let's take care of this. Take care of Tarnost. We're gonna assault. we should be able to auto-calc this. 968 men, let's see. Yeah, 953. Who did we lose? Can we check the stats? All right, we lost 18 Harrodwaith riders and 7 Swords of Harad and 1 from another unit. Okay, that's not too bad. We get 8 back of the riders. So that's good. That's actually a unit I'm okay losing, you know, a decent amount to. Oh, and this has a wonder. Okay, so be ready for some loud music here. We will occupy, expel, or lay desolate. I think in Carenbad we were running out of population, so let's expel. It's not going to make us as much money, of course, and it's not going to get rid of quite as many people as if we were just to savage the place. But it's going to get us a little bit of population. All right, wonder capture. Yes, indeed. All right, will it... Okay, well, Ed Helond will show up in the city anyway, so we can take a look at it, I think. Or no, it's right here. Right. Okay, so we can look at it without the music. If you want to read the description, I'm not going to read it out here, but essentially this is the Elf Haven. Now, effects that it has, I believe we're going to see some public order bonus for taking the Wonder. That's 20%. And that should be in all of our provinces, right? Yeah, 20% public order. So that's nice. Not a huge deal for us, arguably, but Emin Arnon is looking a little happier now, and you know, some other places. Public order is going to be an issue for us, as it is eventually for factions like Harad. You know, you just get a lot of territory, and it's geographically distant. Okay, so we've got Tarnost. Let's go ahead and, yeah, Homeland Dominion, destroy that. I will keep the provincial councils, because again, we're benefiting from this. Harondor can benefit from these Ways of the West buildings. But we will get rid of the mustering fields. Okay, so they were only at Tier 2. This is a Tier 2 military building. So this isn't denying them great units necessarily, but it is doing something. Other unique buildings here, we do have the Southern Beacons. I believe this is available in a few other places too. That would make sense, right? This goes from minus honor to the coastal lands of southern Gondor. So increase in tradable goods because of that, and that is a non-destructible building. It's just always there. The lesser-known beacon system. Okay, and then we'll keep the herbalist, and sure, we'll keep the financial policy. We're getting a little bit of extra trade income now. Interestingly, we're not doing naval trade with Dol Amroth, it looks like, but we're seeing some nice trade networks starting to develop. So this is good. We'll keep that going as long as, you know, once we start getting this built so we can build our traders up a bit more. I think these already do oh, this already has a merchant's quarter. Well, dang. Okay. But maybe there's some other stuff we can build to augment this all further. So, given that, we can go with our provincial pacification, and I will restore the wooden palisade, but I'm going to wait for the market. And the reason is the repair cost for this, I believe, should go down once we build our own stuff, once we get our government building set, or the Dominion building. This is cheap enough. It's like 400 or so, but this is 4,000, so I think we can afford to wait to rebuild that. And otherwise in the region, it looks like the main opposition is going to come from over here. Oh my gosh, yeah. Iorlas of the House of Hirluin. Now this is a beat-up army. It looks like it's about half strength, but they're going to add to it probably. They've got 3 maybe full units here, and they can train stuff out of Pelargir. They certainly are. And they can train out of Linhir. And they've got some Dol Amroth men-at-arms, so we're not done. Things were going very well there initially. We got a nice initial push. We caught them off guard. You know, because they started the stupid war. But now it is up to us to make sure we don't lose what we gained. Okay. Otherwise, we're just waiting here, and we'll do nothing. But Akis Anabon, I think I want to try building. Let's see. Does it make sense to go control posts? I think maybe we want to do like ivory carvers, just like go all in on trade down here. Let's see, that would bring us up to, you know, it's going to give us another 100. And it's going to cost us only 20. So that's a good return. Okay, let's end the year and see what they do. I'm expecting an attack on Emin Arnon, or a siege. No. Well, interesting. Okay, and we've got a candidate for adoption. That's actually looking pretty good. Competent at both governing and commanding. He's a city dweller who doesn't get any of the penalties associated with that, just the bonuses. And he's youthful, which means he's going to be around for a while. He's also intelligent. So this guy could be a good governor. Careless fighter. So more a governor than a fighter. All right, where is he? What? The man has died before the adoption invitation could reach him. That is so bizarre. I've had that happen a few times. I'm not sure what causes it. He was youthful, though. I don't get why that would happen. At any rate, we've got, okay, a decent amount of training completed here. And we've got another scout. All right, Rad Harnan has gone with the tillage. Beautiful, so we can build more down there. Emin Arnin, provincial pacification is done. I'm shocked they didn't go for the attack. And we could go for Outland right now, but I'm a little wary of it because I suspect we may lose this. Let us retrain these guys. I think I've been forgetting to do that. And should we go for another scout? Let's do it. We've got one. Down here, the thing that I forgot to do last turn was also queue up an emissary. Because we do want to avoid, you know, the occasion of bribery. That could happen. So let's get all of you up here. Send the sword up. Now we're starting to look like we get some decent forces here. We've got like a half stack if we put these together. But we still have the same problem up here strategically, in that we cannot meet up these forces because of this zone of control. What we can do is start a big battle. And it might be kind of a fun one. It'll be a field battle, which I think is slightly to our advantage. We do have more archers probably than they do. Yeah, they've only got the one here. And so let's do that. Let's, instead of waiting around, we'll go right here. And we'll bring you up right here. And we will hit this stack. And all of the reinforcements are going to show up. So that's good news. And let's just do it. Yeah, we want to make sure that this is unchecked. I want to have command of the army. And I think, unfortunately, what that might mean is that we're only going to get 3 of these units. But maybe I can route some of those very tiny cav units off the field because I don't need them. I shouldn't have brought them, thinking about it now. But yeah, if we can get rid of them, create space for the reinforcements. The big army of the Reunited Kingdom is going to be marching directly from the north, and they're going to have to get there. So that's going to tire them out slightly. Of course, our reinforcements are going to be coming all the way from the south. They're going to be tired. So we'll have to see. Oh yeah, so their big army is going to come from there. Ours is going to come from down here. And let's see. Jabari of Central Herodwaith, can you pull this one out? We've really only got 2 units of the armsmen, and they're beaten up. And then we're making up the difference with mercenaries, footmen, and really skirmishers. This is a very skirmish-heavy army. Can I route you? Withdraw from battle. Okay, so I can do that. It's something I never do in Rome. I do it all the time in medieval Total War because in that game, reinforcements come on one at a time. That's it. And so they only come on if you make room for them. And sometimes it's to your advantage to withdraw units on purpose. So this is where the reinforcements are going to come from. Right about, I'd say midway, you know, on the map. So somewhere like right about here. So that's the big army. And they're going to have the high ground, which stinks. So their army is going to be down here initially. Maybe they'll set up towards the hill. So should we go towards the hill too? We are attacking. I guess we should. Let's go right there. Start the battle. Yeah. Let's withdraw both of those units. And we'll go straight here. And we'll march these reinforcements on as they become available. Now, yeah, so the problem is this army may rush us. You take a closer look, I guess, see what we're looking at. So, Company of the Guard or Guards of the Citadel. The way you'll be able to tell, I think, is the banner. I don't think Guards of the Citadel have it. Company of the Guard does. Nope, Guards of the Citadel do have it. Well, okay. So where's the other elite unit? Oh, they're both right down here. Okay, the Company of the Guard is only 4 men. Well, that's useful to know. Let's go here. Where's the rest? Where are you coming? There were more than just these units. Are you guys? Why are you waiting to enter the battle? Why? Oh my gosh. Are you gonna come? How do I call up reinforcements? In Medieval 1, you had to manually call them in. I thought they just came on when there was room in this game. Okay, well, we may be dealing with a much smaller force. Okay, we're setting up here with our back to this little hill. But actually, they want to fight. So yeah, let's get the skirmishers right over here. If I get rid of these 2 units early on, that'll be nice. Okay, there they go. They are finally deigning to join us. Let's see, we also have a unit of like 2,700 footmen. I should have consolidated these 2 guys. 27 and 28. They're not doing me any good. Because we have a unit of swords and a unit of Hairdwaith riders that still could be coming on. Alright, let's hit them. Guards of the Citadel. Okay, actually, you need to stop doing that. Are we just getting ourselves cornered in the hill here so that we can die? I mean, possibly. Yeah, the archers are skirmishing, and so that was on me. I should not have let them skirmish. Guards of the Citadel are losing, though, which is interesting. Let's get right into their back with some javelins. And bowmen. We're going to get eviscerated by those bows. Oh, God, those guys are so far away. I don't want to run them. Okay, the 4 Company of the Guard are there, so we didn't eliminate them at all. Well, yeah, let's just throw javelins in. The sooner we get rid of them, the better, right? Let's hit the King's Swordsman, I guess. And can I sneak my cavalry? I do have these 2 units of skirmish cab. They're not really going to be matched by anything the enemy has. There we go. We've got our swordsman routing. Let's get rid of the Company of the Guard. Guards of the Citadel are shaken and losing heavily. This is all very nice. Let's halt you. You can choose your own targets. Oh, they're winning easily now. Okay. We're probably gonna get wrecked over there. Right, swords can come over here. This is a men-at-arms unit that is the general. Okay. And we do have a bodyguard still. So their main army is heading down here. Maybe that's okay. Maybe I want that to happen. I don't know. Alright, let's pull out. This is not looking good. Alright, these guys are routing. Let's hit the King's Spearmen. let's okay, yeah, those are spearmen. We don't necessarily want to charge our cav into them. Even from the back, I think that'd be a pretty tough opponent. Yeah, men-at-arms winning easily. Oh my gosh. Okay, we need... Alright. It's kind of good having these guys here to threaten. I think it's keeping the main bulk of their force away from us. So I think that's alright. Let's go this way. Where we got our opening now? Okay. It's kind of what I was waiting for, to see if I could get my guys through. Let's bring you around and you around. You're out of arrows. Let's just hit stuff. King Swordsman, let's go for it. Men-at-arms, let's go for it. We're seeing some routing on the right. Should be able to take care of those archers. Yes, we can. Okay, now ignore and come back. Whoops. All right, let's be a little more aggressive with the cav. They're getting close now, so we got to be careful. All right, let's turn. Hit the King's Swordsman, hit the King's Swordsman. Let's hit the Spearman. If we can break this left. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but let's see. We can. Okay, great. Great, great, great. $12 men. No big deal. The bowmen came back. So let's go deal with them again. And decisively rout them, but we're in a bad way here. Alright, we are dealing with their Kingdom Militia. Yep, we're gonna have to be ready to withdraw here quite soon. There's the enemy general. Yep. This is the moment. This is the moment when it all goes bad. Okay. I do have these units here. Is it worth trying still? Honestly, not sure. It's a lot of, like, militia, right? Like, looking at this and what the units actually are, it's not that much. Let's get the swordsman up here, see if we can do something. And we'll leave the cav to skirmish away. And, yeah, we'll go back and we'll hit the King's Swordsman. We want to make sure many of these units do not get back, right? Do not recover casualties. That's what we want to make sure of. Okay, looks like we just got some more routers here. Sure, let's do a little rally, see if we can pull back this one unit of skirmishers. Yeah, Harondor footmen. Ugh. Here's my swords. You know, we get the swords up here. I think all of a sudden things start looking a lot better. Dancing with the cav, just distracting a couple of units. These are militia, so they're not that important. These are swords. You know, like if we're able to hold them and hit them with a nice charge. But the militia's right there. That's a problem. Alright, they're intimidated. Let's see if we can get a charge in. We can, but they're routing everything else. So let's pull out. I don't want to lose the general. Alright, where's my swords? Let's get them up here, top of the hill. Get the cavalry back around. We'll follow the low part of that. And we've got another unit of swords, another unit of cav. Let's run them. Alright, where's my general? Right here. 16 versus 18. Let's see. Let's catch him with our cav. If we can. We might not be able to. We might break those archers. We're all utterly tired here, so that's not going to make a difference. Let's throw in. We need our cav to come. Alright, and I'll take these guys too, because they're going to get here first. Alright, our cav can work around. Our we going to get the general before we get hit by militia in the back? Yes. Get out. Okay, this is okay. It's swordsman and swordsman, steady and very tired. If we can come back... Alright, this is militia. They're very tired. And we've got more swords. Alright, what we need to do is take these guys out like one at a time. Okay, this is skirmishers. Okay. We are routing some guys. Alright, let's hit the militia in the back. Alright, don't forget this. We gotta do this. That unit breaks. Great. Okay. Same thing over here. How's this going? Not great. Pull them out. Come on. Double click, damn it. Jeez. That's the one thing about this, this game. Yeah, there's probably a few things, but one thing about this game is the, what is it called? Is it like input detection or something? Double clicking. It is rather fussy about it, and it's at the worst of all possible times. Alright, I think we're about ready to rejoin the major battle at the top of the hill. We can ignore those king's swordsmen. Let's get these guys. Just as soon as we get into melee, they're going to rout. Yes. Okay, great. This is all that. Let's go up here. We've got to get up here very quickly. Get away, get away, get away. Oh my gosh, these guys are surrounded. Got to get up here, like, right now. Alright, well, we're going as fast as we can. And we need to immediately charge in and break what we can break. Alright, Herdwaith Riders, just hit the back of this blob. Hit. Like, do a charge. That'd be great. And look at it go. Look at it go. These guys are going to rout too. Yep. Skirmishers routing militias in melee. Now this, men-at-arms, is going to be tougher. They probably won't rout. Let's pull them out. And let's use the swords. Let's use javelins. Let's be reasonable. Get the general out. Are you... How are you throwing? Okay. Alright, alright. Alright, do another throw, though. Don't just charge. Do another throw. Now, I know they're doing that because I ordered them to. That's the Pila thing. You throw and then they charge, right? Alright, follow those routers. Alright, we do have another javelin still, so I don't think they did the best throw with that, but they're starting to get some losses. This is still not broken, though. These swordsmen. Alright, I gotta bring my general around to this side, I guess. Alright, we're chasing off these guys. I think we need more cav presence here. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Alright, you just hit the general. More swordsmen coming. Alright, charge in. This is not a good charge. Oh, they are lowering their lances, and that should be the end for at least one of those units. Oh, there goes the men-at-arms. Hacked down with a scimitar. Oh, I can see it. I can see the measure of his soldier's courage. There it is, right there. Oh, gosh. Brutal. Look at this hill. Look at this mess.
As enemies, these men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
Oh boy. Alright, we still got some King Swordsmen, but we've got it now for sure. Look at these swords. We've got 54 men and 25. These are the units who basically held it all off themselves. Kudos to you, heroes from south of the Poros here. These are the guys who came down from, is it Radharnan or Harman? I think Harman. There's so many H names for settlements that I can't keep it straight. But the northern one. All right, let's go down here. I think a lot of the routers now are militia and swords, so I'm not too concerned. All right, one more charge into the swords. They're shaken, and that holds them in place. Let's get the general out while the javelins come. All right, that did it.
These men are perfect. They
Wow.
are running from the battle in terror.
So we got all their men-at-arms, I think. All of their guards of the Citadel. My gosh. And those guys are going to get away. Great. Great. So now we can get our reinforcements into the city. Isn't that fantastic? Sort of like, you know, a Pyrrhic victory, I guess, right? 459 survivors. Strategically, this was kind of a bad move, this victory. I mean, it's good that we won, right? Because we eliminated a very dangerous army. But if there's anything like that again, I think we're going to lose Emin Arnon. If there is anything like that army in size and composition, I don't think we can hold the city. We do have more reinforcements coming, you know, one turn or two down the line. So we could be good. There was another battle standard. Yeah, look at these stacks. All right, so Emin Arnon's going to become a target, as we knew that it would. And here, right, these guys can't get into the city. So I guess we'll have to go back in and... Oh, man, that's rough. They're probably going to be attacked. Well, we can retrain the mercenaries at least. That is something. Let's do it. We'll still be over 100,000. Because if we wait, it's gonna feel bad if they don't attack us, right? If we do manage to hold on. Here we've only got 2 swords coming. Gosh, we need more. Need a lot more. Okay, we lost a scout in Las Leden. But in can we train another one? We can train in Atabara. So let's just move this guy up. He'll be our new man on the ground in Parchereb, or around Parchereb. And yes, we have caught their attention for sure. They've basically emptied Karasagar, and they're sending Lieutenant Umar at our direction without any elephants. So either they're in here or they've actually lost the elephants. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, should we do it? They've got swords. They've got 1, 2, 3. That's not too many. They do have 2 archer units. 3. And they've got 2 cav. The rest is low-tier skirmishers and footmen. And we've got a lot of cav. This is probably the kind of army we could deal with. They've got 3 cav. We've got more than that. Let's do it. Let's do it. And you know, if they hit us again, they're not going to have much to hit us with. Let's do it. They're going to take that fight. 1287. Okay. All right. This is what we're waiting for, right? We're going to have to do a lot of dancing and surrounding and throwing of javelins. That's going to be the plan here. 2 archer units, 3 to stay out of reach of. And so that's going to be the trick. We've got enough cav to deal with their melee cav. But it's really just these 3 guys. All the rest of it is, yes, mounted skirmishers. And they're in pretty good shape. It's not the best, though. We do have a couple of swords of our own. I guess we can just do that. Maybe what we'll do is we'll try to rush the infantry line forward. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get you guys on the uphill. Well, maybe not rush. We'll slowly move the infantry line forward. But I'm thinking if we can do some pinning, that might be a good thing. At least the infantry can take the arrows. That's also the plan. Alright, let's just march them up then. We'll send our melee cav to the right also. Alright, they're definitely responding to that. Let's halt. Let's kind of maybe let them pull themselves out. No, we gotta go. We're just gonna get shot up. I don't like my swords just getting shot up. Alright, rush. Let's move a little quicker here. Yeah, they're targeting the swords because they're not dumb. Alright, but let's do a switcheroo here. Let's move our footmen. Nah, we don't have the time really. Okay, their line is starting to feel it. And we've got to rush our cavalry now. Do have some swords here, 2 units on the right, and we could like lose this line. The cav is going to be right here. Let's hit their swords. And take all these guys off of skirmish. Can we get a nice route, please? Because we've got a captain and they don't. Yes, there we go. Alright, footmen are losing heavily. Get a little closer, get with those javelins. Here comes our Harondor riders. It's going to be messy for the general here. Footmen are losing, but they're still fighting. Lots of cav, lots of cav. Okay, so charge in. I don't think there's a lot of melee left. Let's take their riders. They're moving their general out. That's a good sign, I think. Still a unit of enemy cav over here? No, they've taken that out too. Alright, so it's just this unit of footmen, and they're now routing. Let's hit the general. And hit the red sand archers with a couple of units. And we got a nice little melt happening back here. Great. Fall in the back. Alright, we held just long enough, it looks like. Look at these guys, 27. Some of our swords are routing. So, you know, that's definitely a thing. But we can move over now and take care of the right. No, I'm not going to worry about those Harondor riders. Let's focus on this. Alright, that's it. So now we'll run down whatever we can that's on 2 feet. I don't think we're going to be able to get their cav, but we've already killed 92%, so we can just speed this up. It doesn't really matter at this point. And that army should be eliminated. And we've got a sizable enough force, so this is good. We got a lot of the skirmishers left, so that if they do decide to counterattack us, we're just not going to be in any trouble whatsoever. Okay, I think we can end at this point. Can we exit the battle? Yes, really quit. Heroic victory. Okay, we lost almost 300 men, so, you know, that is a problem, but I'm guessing it was mostly that infantry contingent. But hey, there's more coming out of Harondor, so that's good. And this does allow us potentially to move in and put them under siege. I'm really curious, do they have any elephants? 1% chance of success here. Okay, they got more units this way. Oh my gosh, lots of archers. Look at this fortification. Oh, they took... Ooh. Okay, did I know that last episode? I don't think so. I wonder if this is where the elephants are. Oh, geez. Well, good for them. I'm feeling kind of good about that. Hopefully that means that that Far Harad will be trying to take back its former capital there. Right? That's what we want them to focus on. Not this. They don't need this, right? They're still our allies. Oh, but look at this. Because look at just how little we can see around us. This is not typical. Usually you do get better vision. So what's going on here? Well, he's an inept commander. So that's part of it. Notice all those penalties. -2 to line of sight, so that's a problem. I'm willing to bet though that we also have. Oh, we're well supplied. Okay, so that's not a supply problem. We can grab some mercenaries, and I definitely will do that. So, geez, let's. I don't know. I feel very, very naked out here. It's because we lost that spy. That's what it is. That's the big difference. We had a spy like right over here. So a watchtower would be probably a good move. We'll build one here because I do think it's going to be a while. It looks like Far Harad is not doing a great job over here. So that means now we're going to have to take these 3 or put them all under siege to get a protectorate. And create our wall. Although, we could just do it to these 2. Now we're going to have to do all of them. Very rarely can you get a protectorate when you do not have the entire faction bottled up under siege. So it's most likely that we're going to have to, do a big siege on everything here. Maybe something we can try to do is negotiate. Could we get a truce, a temporary truce? Get this settlement and give it back to Far Harad? Probably not worth it. But we do want to keep training men here, and I think I am going to go with swords. Right, we got a spy going there. Rad Harnin, we can train and build. Let's see. Maybe we'll just train this turn because we're already getting into our funds. And we're training in other places too, which is important. Geez, I kind of feel like I want. We'll go with the emissary. It feels like a little risky to not do it, so we'll do that. All right, Tarnost is feeling unhappy. That's probably because, yeah, we've lost a little bit of that wonder bonus. This is just like the vanilla game. When you capture a wonder in Rome Total War, you get a bonus to public order everywhere, but it gradually disappears. So it was 20 last turn, and now it's only 15. So we will have to keep an eye on this because maybe we should have just sacked it and destroyed the population. But the other issue is it's not just population, it's the fact that our realm is getting big, I'm pretty sure. This is also hurting our public order. And we also have a lot of settlements, or quite a few at this point, that do not have dominions built. So we've got 3, I think. Yeah, counting him and Arnon. All right. Well, then, I think in the interest of that, we're not going to build anything else. We'll just wait. Umbar City is going for military, so there's not going to be any bonuses there. We are going to get some economy out of some of these other places. So that will be nice. I think in the end, it'll be worth it. But the big question is going to be what the Reunited Kingdom wants to do with Em and Arnon, if they're in a position to do anything at all. Okay, Harad. I was just wondering if you wanted a ceasefire, but it looks like they're not. They're interested in maybe bribing. Okay. All right, some big news here. So we'll wait for all this to fall down, and usually you get a message telling you that something has happened. So let's click this. So this is a script that the mod has. There are only 2 scripts that this mod uses that occur like during the game. There's an initial script that just fires once you do your first turn, and that just sets up the factions, right, to make it a little more challenging or lore appropriate for the player. But once the game gets going, there's only 2 scripts you're going to see, and one of them is this: to when a faction gets eliminated, to set old grievances aside so that you don't have 2 enemies, one of which has died, preventing the other faction from making alliances with other factions that that dead enemy had been allied with. So I know that sounds confusing, but what that's going to do is going to tell us who got eliminated. So one of those 2 factions, probably Dorwinian, got wiped out. Yep. So basically this is telling us these factions are not allied anymore, and it breaks the alliances between the factions, between the faction that is dead and any other factions that it was allied with, and that frees up any other faction to ally with those factions. And otherwise, if you were like at war with Dorwinion, like say you're playing Rune and you're at war with Dorwinion, then you eliminate them, and now, you know, theoretically you should be able to ally with, like, I don't know, Rovanian. They were allied with Dorwinion, but now they're eliminated. Now the game remembers. The game still remembers that Dorwinion is an enemy of Runes, and they're allied with the Rovanian, and so it prevents you from allying. So that script gets rid of that issue. Okay, we were not attacked, and I'm kind of shocked by this. Let's go and see what this looks like. Oh, they are massing, though. Okay. Yep, they are getting ready to do something. And it's going to be a hit on Tarnos. Oh, man, yeah. So, okay, so this is pretty decent in terms of the unit type. But as we've said, it's not that threatening, although this is a big problem, and they've got 71 Lasarnic Axemen. Really cool stuff. I'm very much looking forward to these fights, but very happy to see that this did not get slammed. So, great. I'm also glad we started on the Outland Dominion there. So Tarnost has finished its provincial pacification, which means here we could get started on the Dominion. 8,000. Yeah, let's do it. We're holding steady in terms of our income because every turn we're capturing like a new place. Okay. All right. Oof. Well, you know, one thing I'm noticing is what we haven't heard of in a long time is sabotage. So we could do this, right? We've already built the Dominion here, so we could go ahead. Oh, look how expensive this is. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to spend 12,000. Yeah, let's do it. I'm never going to remember otherwise. All right, we're most advanced, but now we're losing cash, as expected. All right, and there's not even, like, another faction around here or another army around here. All right, are any of you guys, like... All right, let's send you into Minas Ithil. Okay, so he makes it in there. And really, this is only useful so that we can get him out and into Mordor, because I'm really curious what that looks like. But Minas Ithil, just so you know, looks like it's still ruined, and it's not capable of producing troops. There are a few token buildings in here, the trader, you know, roads, of course. And it's a very defensible position on the battle map. So it's a good province to get, but initially it's just ruins, as you would expect from the end of Return of the King. But you can rebuild it. And then it'll function like a full city where you get to build your barracks and trading stuff and, you know, all the rest of it. So they haven't done that yet. Next turn, we'll have to infiltrate Cirith Duath and then get out, and then we'll be able to see what this all looks like over here. So that'll be good. Let's get... we'll keep one in the city for now. We'll send you up north, I think. All right. Let's see what this is. Caranbad. Is it Rohan? I think it's the Reunited Kingdom. Yeah, Calenhad, rather. Okay. At least there's not many units here in the city. And so that's probably not going to be too much of a problem for us. Let's just go ahead with another scout there and do more swords, because those swords are fantastic, it turns out. Let's get some cav up here. That's an emissary. So I feel like hiding my units. We're not hiding, we're just out of moves. Okay, well, hopefully they won't bribe them. And then we're going to send more men up as we get these guys finished. Let's go... What do we have for cav up here? Not much. And we've got 2, so let's go 2 more. This will be the cav producer, I suppose. And Harman will be the swords. Harngon right now is going to be archers. And I think I do want them over here now. It'll be good to have some backup. So now we want to think about what we do here. Attacks have worked well, but the Reunited Kingdom is kind of doing a good job. Like, yes, they could consolidate these units. Oh, no, they can't, because this is almost a full stack. But they're doing a good job keeping their armies close to each other, so they're within reinforcing distance. Now, we could go right into Ethring this turn. This place does not have walls, but we'd be trapped there. And, you know, I want to wait till some of these Dominion buildings get finished before I start running into more public order trouble. And it would be just hard to defend all of this. So we'll maybe work on that, you know, later. What are we at in terms of numbers? We've got 19 provinces. So we are 11 away from victory. Yeah, we've got pretty much everything we need, right? We need Harondor. That's the one that we don't have. So, you know, we get that and 10 more, which could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, did I count Arnak? You know, regardless, I pretty much have it all wrapped up here, you know, within this geographical region. And once these buildings get finished, I could start making some money. But we do want to take it slow to consolidate and build so we can train and get reinforcements local to here. And so for that reason, yeah, I think it might be good to just chill out. Let's see if there's any mercenaries.
Move out. Orders.
There are. Okay, just one. Perfect. So we'll bring you back in. And do we want to consolidate units? Nope, I think this all looks good. So if they attack, you know, it would be a siege, but we could always sally, right? That's the thing. Sallying out of here would be pretty decent. So let's just plan on that. And otherwise, I think everything for the moment is sort of status quo. Yeah, we're losing a lot of cash. But let's get across the border here. What are you going to do?
Move out.
So Far Harad, I mean, they may, if they start taking back stuff, which they're not totally done yet. They are a protectorate, though, aren't they? I think they're a protectorate of Khand, yeah. But maybe they will. Maybe they'll start trying to take back their own land. And that could make things interesting for me. Let's go ahead and spend a little bit more. Yes, to get some nice visibility. Let's just make sure no sneaky units are moving their way through Parchereb or Lost Leden. Okay. Yeah, let's back off a little bit. Let's let Far Harad see if they're going to do anything. And they've got such good security here that I can't even see what the units are. It's really interesting. Well, I think we're going to have to wait for that mystery to resolve for another day. I mean, overall, we're doing very well, obviously, right? We've still got all of our core territory. And I thought we were going to be a couple turns away from losing Emin Arnon. We may still be, but if this is all good, we're not seeing any big armies ready to come down the hill. So let's, in fact, send one north into Ravanian. Yeah, so there's not a lot here. And past this point, we've got Rohan up here, and we've got Ravanian to the east. Reunited Kingdom does have Emin Muil. Settlement only has 2 units. There could be a full stack right next to it, theoretically. I think that a little unlikely. So big armies could be over here. And the Reunited Kingdom is not at war with Rune, so they could theoretically just turn back if they've conquered, you know, Nirn from Adunabar, and they could bring their armies back. But I'm kind of suspecting what we just fought was one of those armies, and so I don't see another one. So let's call it here, and in the next couple of episodes, we're going to see what they have left in the tank. This may be kind of it. You know, as you say that, of course they're going to have, like, you know, a few more dribs and drabs that they can train. There's always going to be just a little bit more because they have a lot of settlements still. But in terms of the big stuff, the scary stuff, you know, we might be getting down to the point where it's going to take them a while to regenerate. And if we do take Minas Anor next, which probably would be the good move, take these 2, then they're pretty much done. It's just a matter of time. So thanks for joining me with this episode. We had an interesting fight here, at least, and I hope you'll stick around for the next one. Until then, everybody, take care.